Welcome to this tutorial on Benchmark Universe. The purpose of this tutorial is to walk you through iPad functionality. I cannot promise you that on an Android device that all of these things will function exactly the same. I'm simply showing you what it looks like on an Apple device. You'll notice on the screen that I have Clever and I have Benchmark Universe Library. I'm going to start by clicking on Clever over here on the left. After I click on Clever one time, it's going to take me to the sign-in page for my school district. And I work for Clovis Unified. So right here, we're in the Clovis Unified sign-in page. I'm going to click on that rainbow box one time. It's going to direct me to this space where I'm supposed to type in the username and password for the child. So let me type in that username, let me type in that password, and then I'm going to go ahead and sign in. From here, I see all the apps that are available to my child in this space. I'm going to scroll down until I see Benchmark Universe, and then I'm going to tap one time. It'll take just a few seconds in order for the system to log me in as a user, as that specific user, into Benchmark Universe. Down here on the bottom left corner, you'll notice how it says eBook Library app. Now, because I already have that app downloaded from the App Store, when I tap on this small rectangle down on the left-hand side of the screen, it's going to redirect me to that app. It's going to ask me for permission. I'm going to click on that green circle on the right-hand side to say yes, and then the iPad will authenticate and take me over to that app. And here I see a digital library of resources. There's a cloud on top of each one of these because I have not downloaded them to my device. But I can easily download any resource to my device by clicking on the cloud. Let me head over to this right-hand side. I'm going to tap on the magnifying glass. After I tap on the magnifying glass, I'm going to go ahead and type in dog. And you'll see right there how I was able to locate resources that were specific to dogs. There's also a filter on the right-hand side. When I use the filter, I can choose a specific grade level and then locate only resources that are in that specific grade level. Likewise, I can head back to the magnifying glass and then narrow my search query even more. I tapped on the cloud one time on this resource. It only took a few seconds for that resource to download to my device. I tapped on it one more time, and now I've opened it. Along the bottom region of the screen, you can notice how each of those pages are populating in a menu. This allows me to move from page to page easily. I can visually scan all of the pages at the bottom and then locate a specific page, one that's helpful for me. There are also triangles on the right and left-hand side of the screen, and that allows me to navigate that menu with ease. The other way that I can move from page to page is that I can take my finger and slide my finger across the screen from right to left or from left to right, and each of those pages will turn for me. If I have difficulties reading any of the words on the page, I can tap any singular word on the page and it will be read out loud to me. The other option for read aloud, on the top right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see the square, the triangle, and the bookmark. If I were to tap on the triangle in that top menu, then the entire page would read aloud to me. If I want that reading to stop,
it is very hard for rescue workers to get to the places that need the most help. Earthquakes often destroy.
If I need that to stop at any point, I can click on the square and it will stop. While it was reading, you can see how each of those words illuminated with that yellow highlight. The gear on the top right-hand side will bring a menu down. In that menu, I can turn the page auto flip on or off. I can move the volume marker to the left or the right to increase or decrease the audio volume. And then at the very bottom, there are 3 light bulbs. If I'm reading this text late at night and the brightness is too much, I can use those light bulbs in order to reduce or increase the brightness on my screen. If at any point you no longer want a book to be downloaded to your device because it's taking up too much of your hard drive space, you can simply hold your finger down on that book for a period of 3 to 4 seconds. This small menu will appear to the right, and then you can choose the delete button. It will show a confirmation window inquiring as to whether or not you really indeed want that book to be deleted. It will not be deleted from the master library. It will only be removed from your device. On the bottom region of the screen, you can see how it says Cloud and Device. All books are available in the cloud at all times. So if you want the entire library, you can click Cloud on the left. If you want to see which devices are specifically on your iPad, then go ahead and click Device. Let me switch back to the benchmark experience inside Clever. So here I am headed back to Clever inside benchmark. Let me go ahead and explain the functionality of books in this space. When you first get into benchmark, you'll notice on the right-hand side that it says Assignments. If your child's teacher has delivered any assignments to your child digitally, they will be located in this space. Now, I cannot guarantee that each of those assignments will function properly inside of an iPad. I would say that they would function properly on a computer or a laptop just fine. So please be patient if not all of those resources work properly on an iPad. I'm going to model on the left-hand side of the screen what it looks like to utilize the library. You'll notice once that screen loads on the left-hand side that it showcases each of the grade levels that are available for this learning resource. Kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade materials. If your child is reading above or below grade level, they have access to the adjacent materials to support that learning. I recommend that you listen to your child's teacher and their leadership as to what resources your child should benefit from. Underneath where it says grade, you'll notice that it says unit. There are several units for each grade level. Feel free to choose a specific unit in order to narrow down your search query. Likewise, at the top region of the screen, it says search for title or keyword. If you're looking specifically for a title or a specific resource, you can tap on the screen. You can use your keyboard to type letters into that space and then click Done or Next for those resources to populate. I'm going to tap one time on this resource right here. When I tap one time on this resource, it opens in that next screen. There is a pop-up window that asks if you want to customize this resource. For now, I'm going to click No. On the bottom region of the screen, there is a charcoal box. The charcoal box will lift, illuminate, or produce a list of pages for this resource. This is one way that I can navigate from page to page inside of this text. At first glance, I wasn't quite sure how to understand the page numbers, but it only took a few seconds. 0, 1, 6, 0, 1, 7. That represents pages 16 and 17. Likewise, page 0, 1, 8, 0, 1, 9, that would represent pages 18 and 19. Using your finger, you can tap on the screen on any one of those page sets for that specific page set to appear on the screen. You have triangles on the right and the left, and those allow you to move to the right or the left to advance or reverse inside of the text. Once you have selected a page set, it will appear live on the screen. If you take two fingers in and out like they're skating, I call them scissor fingers, this will allow you to increase or decrease the size of the image on the screen. It's kind of like zoom in or zoom out. Much like inside of the Benchmark Universe library, you have the capacity to tap any word on the screen and it will be read out loud to you. You also have the triangle at the top of the screen and the square at the top of the screen. Those two buttons will allow you to hear the text out loud. Just to the left of those two buttons, you'll notice how there is a scroll tool that allows you to change the speed of the text. If your child needs to hear the words in a slower fashion, if they're a little bit too fast, you can scoot that little item over to the left, and the speed with which that audio is read out loud will slow down to accommodate your child's learning strategies. From here, if you wish to return to Benchmark Universe, you want to exit this particular text, you can either click the Done button on the left or you can click the adjacent tab that you see up there. It says Benchmark Universe. That's how you would return to Benchmark Universe. In order to advance the pages, you also have the ability to slide your index finger from right to left, just like we did on that last app, and that's one way that the pages will advance to the left and the right. If you tap on the right-hand side of the screen, or the left-hand side of the screen where you see that small blue rectangle, that's actually going to open up the closed reading notes. If your child does not want to use the close reading notes, in order for that note-taking space to disappear, simply click on that blue rectangle one more time and it will disappear. One final tool that's available for you in order to read the text clearly, on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll notice the A+ and the A- button. Those two will allow the text on the screen to increase or decrease in size. Thank you so much for joining me for today's training, and have a great day.